Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we are playing a double demon combo deck. Demons are always some of my favorite decks here. The combos that we're playing with here are the Slasher with the Bloodletter, and then the Rush of Dread with the Bloodletter. The big things with those is that the Slasher, if it hits while you have Bloodletter out, you instantly win the game. And then this last ability here, target opponent loses half their life rounded up. As long as you have Bloodletter in play and you cast that, you win the game. That is awesome. You do have an Unholy Annex here, obviously for the card draw engine with the demons, so that helps you gain life, as well as the Soulstone Sanctuary can turn that on as well. For all your other cards in the deck, we have a lot of stuff to get rid of hate cards in their deck, get rid of a lot of creatures, so we got 2 Duresses. You're going to be trying to get rid of like things that can remove your creatures, so any creature removal, creature destruction cards. Intimidation tactics, you're just trying to slow them down is really what this is. Anything that can block your flyers, you want to be able to get rid of. Just anything that can cause problems. And even artifacts. This can go after artifacts like monuments, decks, synthesizer, things like that. Or simulacrum is a simulacrum. You can go after with this. Just get rid of those artifacts. Stab, really nice, quick, cheap, efficient removal, especially if you have a black on turn 1. On their first turn, you can kill a creature. Think of like Elf, or even go after a Badger Mole Cub with this. Really nice removal. Shoot the Sheriff, same thing. Cheap, instant speed removal is nice. Betrayal, this is a really handy one for playing against the enchantment decks where they have limited creatures. So you'll remove a bunch of the creatures and then go from there. The Betrayal will also empty graveyard, so if you're playing against the graveyard decks, that's a great way to remove that. Terminus of Return just allows you to get it to your combo pieces a lot faster and ramp up to that. Day of the Black Sun, we're all about removing creatures, especially the cheap ones, life gain decks, those green ramp decks. This is the card you want in your deck. Obviously, Slasher. Revenant works well in this deck. Helps you gain that additional life, have that Death Touch as a blocker, get rid of big creatures. Plus, it has evasion with flying, so it can get in really easy. So even if you don't have the Slasher, you can drop this. Follow with Bloodletter, you get in, do 6 damage, gain 3 life. That's pretty good with this card. Vendetta. This is actually the first time that I played with Vendetta. This is a fantastic card to just disrupt your opponent's game plan, especially when they're only counting on some decks. So you can think of like the artifact deck. There is only one artifact that they truly care about. If you remove that, that deck is dead in the water. So think of that with that. A lot of decks out there rely on 4 to 8 cards to win the game. So it's actually kind of funny when you play this. You have to have a browser open, though, to make sure that you can look at the deck lists that you're playing against so that you can make sure that you remove the cards that you want. Acolyte, we have 2 of those. The big thing here, Lifelink, it also has that card draw ability by doing damage to the opponent, gets you that. And it also throws you an extra creature sometimes as well, which is really handy. Virtue of Persistence. The idea is to get stuff from your graveyard, help with the combo, especially Bloodletter. If it goes to the graveyard, you can bounce it back with Persistence. Also, removal, the -3 on there. This is the one slot that you can really switch out for like Bitter Triumph or anything else that's out there. But it is nice to have that ability to pull stuff from the grave. Unholy Annex, just great for card draw. I think everybody knows that for this one. 21 Swamps, 3 Soulstone Sanctuaries. If you could, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Almost to 2,000 subs. And post daily content, so if you want to see that, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video. Helps share the channel, fairly new, so I appreciate doing so. And let's get into the gameplay. All right, we got some tactics here. Duress, shoot the Sheriff. Let's keep it. Get tactics down, see what we could do to him. Oh, it's a Badger Mole Cub deck. All right, we don't really want the wagon down. You can do this. We can shoot the Sheriff, his other Badger Mole Cub. I mean, both of these we don't really want. Let's go after the Badger Mole Cub right now. We can... Technically, it's a non-creature, non-land card, so we can go after that. We'll do tactic for his Overlord, and then we'll let him cast Badgermole Cub and just remove it with the Shoot the Sheriff. We just didn't want to allow him to ramp with that. And it's a beast. We kind of methodically took care of business here with those 3 cards. Oh, is he going to rope me now? The Badgermole Cub player is going to rope? That's classic. Yeah, maybe we went to the bathroom or something. Who knows? Right after I took care of the 3 cards he needed. GG's. All right. We have Duress followed by the ramp. We could do turn 3 Acolyte with this. Let's keep it. Try to get rid of removal spells out of their hand. Ooh, that's not too bad either. Okay, Seam Rip, we could care. Well, it gets rid of our Terminus. They've got 2 Seam Rips, so I'm actually okay with that. Probably Ethereal Armor. That probably helps them the most. I think we just drop this anyways. Or do we just not give him a target for the Seam Rip? Just don't give him a target for Seam Rip. Let's do it that way. They're going to use it this turn anyways, because they have nothing to put for their creatures, so... Get Slasher down. They have no way to deal with this. We're going to get them down pretty low. All right, good game. All right, we go first here. Removal? Yes, please. We have the right mana we need. Might as well take it. We'll get rid of anything early. We'll duress them, see what they got going on. Oh. They like playing fair magic, I see. They'll be able to get the Ember Heart down next turn. Something hexproof. Guess we just get rid of that. Come on, drop your mouse. That's fine. Want him to get his mouse out. I mean, we're going to Bloodletter next turn, so do we just... Or do we hold back the Bloodletter? Ah, I should have stabbed. He's trying to get this so he has 3 mana untapped, but... Or 4 mana untapped so that he can use his other ability. He's not casting his challenger. Maybe just drop this. Gives us a blocker for this if he really wants to go crazy. Stab does minus, so... It would only be a 3/3 with a single pump. This kind of leads to him dropping his mouse now. So you can give that 3 more, and that's 8 damage. See if he tries killing our creature. He does. Okay. All right, now we're set up a little bit better here. We'll leave our creature untapped. We can create a creature ourselves. Or shoot the sheriff. Now he has 2 Emberheart challengers. Okay. Okay. I think we need to block one no matter what. We'll go after the other one. He has a pump. By all means, use it, but it might be more beneficial to go after his other one. Good, good, good. Okay, we can kill his other creature with this. Let's create a creature. Got enough mana to do that. Ooh, another sanctuary. This allows us to still fire up another sanctuary at the end of next turn. We can attack out here. This stays vigilance. They're going to use his pump. Interesting. I guess it prevents it, so why not, right? I don't think the game's going to last that long for that to matter much. He needs creature here. Or 2 burn spells. Okay, that's getting it there. Needs a single burn spell, and he's got me. GG's. All right, we go first with this one. This isn't too bad of a hand. Got a little duress, a couple removals, and then our bloodletter. See what we got working here. Ah, simulacrum deck, great. Well, we know what we got that we're working with. Makes our shoot the sheriffs basically useless. Obviously, we got to get rid of that. Ooh, one more land. We're going to cast this. Okay. Oh, we didn't get our land. I'm going to do this because I want him to drop. Maybe I don't want him to drop that. No attacks. Okay, if we draw a land and they don't have a counterspell, I think we win the game. That's why we put this in this deck. Oh, that's a bummer. We're not going to attack. Okay, this battlefront can cause some problems here. Oh, he can get his synthesizer now. We just missed the land drop. Missed 2 land drops, actually. What a bummer. We were that close to just destroying their game plan. Yeah. I think we still go for the synthesizer. Because we do have quite a bit of removal. And there it is, of course. Does he only run? Okay. How did he get one in this graveyard? Alright. Well, he does have a snare. He has 2 spring-loaded bricks. I say we just go for it. We'll get that. We do want that snare to not go after the virtue. Okay. We can double shoot the sheriff here. That'll kind of force him to use the snare. I mean, he always can repurpose Bay for his 4-drop. That's probably what he's looking at. Yeah, here it comes. Okay. GG. Alright, we do have intimidation tactics. These are pretty pricey. Hopefully we draw something in between, especially like a draw spell. We'll use this right away. Hopefully we can slow him down enough. Jeez. Got the Ugin going on. They got 2 tombs. I guess we get rid of this. I mean, it doesn't really pay to get rid of 1 maze mine. Yeah, only draw land here. Hopefully they don't find ramp. Okay, 2. see what they got going on. Seam rip. Seam rip doesn't do anything. Memory is. I think memories is it. Still a ways away from getting the ramp. We can drop Acolyte next turn, followed by the Bloodletter. If they can't kill the Acolyte, that's 8 damage. Okay. Okay, didn't find what they're looking for there. I mean, they really need land is what they need, but I suppose they'll keep removal if they find it. Let's see if they draw a land or play a land, because that'll tell us. I think we'll do this first. Gonna draw here. With the next one. Yep. We get to draw cards too. Our card. It's a land. Okay, we can do 7 damage with our Sanctuary here. Ooh. Sure, let's fire it up. Good game. Alright, we go first here. Let's keep it. Vendetta's really nice here, depending on what deck they're playing. We can get to 4 mana. See what we got going on here. Okay, so we're playing against the enchantment deck. Alright, let me quick pull up the list here just so I have it handy for myself. Standard decks. This is mono white enchantments. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything there. Which is weird that they picked this without any creatures, which means Weaver is probably what they are planning to bank on. Still don't have a list here. Hold on here. Let's go with this. We can shoot the sheriff next turn. You have to look at Untapped here. Just don't have the list handy. Shoot the sheriff. All right. Rush of Dread actually can allow us to have them sacrifice their creatures as well, which is kind of handy. Okay, got a list here. Let's go after. I mean, they have ethereal armor. Wonderweave Aerialist maybe might be the best pick. Optimistic Scavenger is pretty good. Otherwise, all of these we can make them sacrifice their creatures with, so. That's fine. See if he loads it up. He didn't put anything on it. We can go for Optimistic Scavenger. And I'm okay with him kind of loading it up. So my guess is he'll have veterans. Well, he might not have veterans if he has this. Or Spellbook Vendor. We're gonna go after the Scavenger though. Optimistic Scavenger. He doesn't have a whole lot of creatures left in his deck. I mean, he's going to have the Weavers. Maybe Veteran Survivors and Spellbook Vendors. I want to see him load this up, and then we'll just Strategic Betrayal it. Alright. That's all he's going to put on it. I guess we'll still go after it. Let's see here. Ooh. Slasher's pretty good. We'll have him put down the ghost. Let's do that. And then we can betray it next turn. Just hope he doesn't draw a Weaver, because this could be a really bad game plan if he draws a Weaver. Really, any creature. Okay, thank goodness. I'm expecting to see the ghost, yep. And then one Shard Mage Rescue. He didn't. Wow. Okay. Well, we're not drawing our land, unfortunately. Well, let's do this. We might just need these for creature destruction. Or removal, I should say. Hey, we can attack him with the Slasher. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I should have. I can still cast that. Yeah, I should have cast that before that. I could have drew a card. All right, good game. All right, opponent goes first, but we do have a duress into a Strategic Betrayal, which is pretty good, especially with card draw and Bloodletter. Let's keep this. We'll try to get rid of some creature removal. Watery Grave. Alright, we're playing a graveyard deck. We're going to obviously get rid of the removal. This is actually kind of a dead card, unfortunately. Well, not really dead. It will help us get rid of their graveyard. It's just dead until we need that. We can get... I'm almost thinking our draw is probably worth more. Let's do that. Okay. Well, does have the Mind Bitten in hand. And Soulstone. Get this down. We'll be able to gain life, do damage. Ooh. Let's get another one of these down. Get that down. Another one of these down. I'll attack in. This is kind of forcing his hand here. Oh, never mind. GG's. All right, let's look at this. 3 land. Stab, Revenant, Slasher. We got the combo there, so let's keep this. Blue, that's not good for us. Ooh, they got Changeling. Okay, are we playing a Sliver deck? Get rid of that right away. Ooh, that's not a bad one to cast. Corpses of the Lost. Okay, we'll get the Slasher down, I think. We'll trade that. I guess it all depends. If they leave nothing back, we can just attack for the win. Ooh, attack in, come on. Okay, they only attacked with 1. So we'll block. We'll put down another one. These things are resilient, especially when you have multiples, so. God, he has 3 Corpses of the Lost. We kind of just have to, right? I think we just drop Revenant. Maybe we just do... We'll be able to cast these 2 next turn. Do we just force this out? Let's do this. Let's get this out. It's a 6/6, so it can block. Okay, removal? He does. Okay. Attack in for 10. They're not going to because of the Slasher. Maybe I just hold back the Slasher as an extra blocker just in case they have their removal. They could have the other enchantment effect, which gives the need for me to double block. You just put that at the bottom, okay. No block or no attacks. I'd rather have 2 Slashers available next turn. Interesting. Okay, he can bounce this back to his hand. We have a Slasher available. He's just probably playing to his out. Let's just verify what that last card is. Okay, doesn't matter. Got the combo. GG's. All right, let's look at this. We do have our nice combo there, as well as a Shoot the Sheriff. We just need to draw 2 land. Ancient Vendetta is interesting, so if we have a glass cannon deck we go against, Simulacrum or whatever, we can use that, or Synthesizer decks, or Monument decks even, this works for. Opponent does go first, so it slows us down, so there's a good chance they're going to get one down before that, so it's not as great when your opponent goes first. We'll keep it, though. Need to draw land, though. Playing another one of these decks, huh? So this is not a creature deck. All right. Let's see what they all got in that deck. Shiko. I do have regions. Wrath or Day of Judgments, stock ups, lots of counters. All right. Let's get the Slasher down and see what they do. They have Get Losts, they have Abrades, they have No More Lies, yep. Let's get another one down. They have another No More Lies. Probably should have went for the Revenant, but... Hey, they can't have another one, right? Finally, jeez. Now they gotta Get Lost. Lightning Helix, okay. Well, at least he can come back, right? So I guess Get Lost is there. There's a Braid. And Lightning Helix and Jeskai Revolution. What is the win cons here? They probably have a counter spell, actually. We'll try this out. Okay, they let that play. They have something to kill it. Lightning Helix, okay. See if they go after the Slasher here. I think the Regent is the target. They only have 3 creatures. They have the Revelation. They're tapped out. Tapped out. Let's go after the Regent. Actually. Yeah, the Revolution, or Revelation is the one I would really like. The Regent, I think, is very strong. Orang, River Regent. Alright. Alright. Unfortunately, they have a lot of the good stuff in their hands. Do they just not have him in his deck? Okay. Yep. They don't have counter spells, though. So we can go after inevitable defeat. That's an instant, yeah. Shoot. I didn't see that the list that I was looking at here. Alright. We can play that. Let's just go after the Jess guy. I might just turn on our card draw, to be honest with you. I think that might be our best bet. Just try to outrace their counter spells and everything. And their card draw. Let's try to get it laid down. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. I mean, it can get lost it. That's the unfortunate thing, but it is what it is, right? We really just want an open window for us to, and 9 mana, that is, to do both those in a turn. That'd be awesome. Okay, they didn't get lost it. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, bad draw. It's a good card for them. They got their anchorage. They can start firing up. Well, they go after the defeat. Okay, I'm already down to 9. Down to 6. Well, let's get this down. And then we'll cast the Acolyte after they get lost that. Yeah, this deck has a tough time against any spell-driven decks, as you can see. Gonna activate? Really no point to. We'll have this get losted. We'll get this out and hope that it actually does something. Do we want another one? Probably. Because that'll help block these. Bummer. Now we're down to 2. Don't have any. Down to 1. Do we just throw lifelink on this thing to start gaining life? Maybe that's what we do. And then we shoot the sheriff his land. Shoot the land for shoot the sheriff. Hey, look at all that life we got. Yay. Okay. We can drop this and it'll deal twice as much damage. I shouldn't say this does it. They just lose twice as much. Shoot the sheriff is going to be huge. Okay, that's not good for us. They gonna fire up their land? Nope. Alright. We might have the win con here. We'll keep our shoot the sheriff open. Kept one on top. That's not a good sign. There's a good shot that we have to take damage from one of these, because they probably have something to remove the Bloodletter. Two more land and we would just do that all in the same turn. He has to have a counterspell, right? I'm not going to try tricking here. I just want to know ahead of time how to block these. I guess it really didn't matter. We could have held off. Yep. Okay, we're going to take 2 here. But he's tapped out. That's game. We got her. Look at that. What a game. What a game. We'll give him the GGs. Hey, we go first. This is actually really, really good hand for ramping up. We do need one more land early, but we'll keep it. Got the nice removal going on here if we need to. Storm Chaser Challenge. We will go after that thing aggressively here with this. Might as well, right? And we get this Terminus down. So even if we don't draw a land, we can get the Slasher down next turn if they don't have a counter. Okay, another Storm Chaser. Not that big a deal. We'll get the Slasher down. We need to draw a land now. If we would have done land, we could have stabbed next turn and then Bloodletter and attacked in, but they might have something for the creature. We might just use a trick play with this stab for attacking in. Okay, they're bouncing their talent. Interesting. Just to get the draw. They can replay talent. I will take 3. Do have the second land. I would rather not cast the Bloodletter, so we'll stab here, cast the Revenant. The reason why I don't want to show them the Bloodletter, I'm going to make them think that we don't have it because of the way we did this. Plus, we'll get them down to a manageable level just in case they can handle the Slasher one way or another. If we would have went land, we could have just won right there. Well, this is where we go in with it all. No sense in holding back. They have to block the Slasher. Okay. That's pretty good for them. Not gonna lie. Too bad we didn't have that open. Okay, they gotta do something. Well, that's pretty good for us. We got the other combo on this game. Good game. All right, there's 3 land. We have intimidation tactics. We do have vendetta as well as 2 annexes. We'll keep this. Intimidation tactic right away. See what they got cooking. Hopefully it's not a spell deck. Okay, Bloodghast. We don't want them to have the sacrifice available to them. I think we go after the card draw. We can go after the Bloodghasts. Okay, we can stab. We can keep this to stab if we wanted to. I think we just go for the card draw. We need to get land. Yeah, Sephiroth. Okay. He'll sacrifice the Bloodghast. It's actually worth us doing this for the Bloodghast. Just to get it out of his grave. Alright. Bounty Hunters, Earthbender, Bloodghasts. It's just a complete Earthbend deck. It even has Badger Mole Cubs? Whoa. I did not expect this. Okay. That is interesting. I mean, obviously I wouldn't expect that he has all black mana. He doesn't have any way to remove. So let's fire this up. We'll start gaining life. We'll get the 6/6. They'll take 2 damage. We can remove. Okay, it's another mana. Good. Alright. Yep. Kind of saw that coming. Okay, we're already down to 8, unfortunately. Alright, we can Bloodletter here. Gain a little life. We'll make them sacrifice Sephiroth. We have the combo piece in hand, so if they can't kill Bloodletter, we win the game. They did find their green mana. Spinner Souls ain't gonna do it. Alright, we got it. Target opponent loses half of their life rounded up. GG's. Alright, we go first. We have 3 land. We have the Duress and Tactics, which is great, as well as an Annex and one of the combo pieces. Keep it. Let's do the Tactics to start out. Oh, that was a swing and a miss. I think we're going to go after the Siege, because we don't want to do that Goblin thing, because that thing is a pain in the butt. Grab the Siege. We're going to start taking some damage here. Split ups. He has 2 split ups. So those are unfortunate because there isn't an easy way for me to get around those. Don't want that die to braid. Let's just start drawing cards. He'll use a split up to get rid of the demon. I think we just cast this to get that abrade out of his hand. He might use the Helix, but either one, I'm just happy getting it out of the hand so it doesn't go after our other unstoppable slashers when we start seeing them. Let's just use this. Just hope we can find something. They didn't get anything yet. Should have cracked it for cycling. Acolyte will end up getting hit by split up. I think we'll start with the ritual chamber though. Just be mana efficient. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do Acolyte and then we'll do Bloodletter. Because we're going to see a split up here then on their turn. Either that or double Helix can get rid of this too. Okay, we gain some life, which is excellent. Kind of does take up a chunk of their turns. I mean, they can Helix, I guess, in addition to... Yep, split up. Get the Acolyte out. I'm expecting another split up here. Caretaker's Talent. That is okay. Okay, we're up to 6, 7 mana. Maybe we just wait. Because if we get to 9 mana, we can cast both of those. Maybe they have removal here. We'll see what they do. They don't. Okay. Well, we're going to cast this. That makes his split up a lot worse, but he's just going to Helix this, is what I'm expecting. Yep, there's the Helix. Okay, now they're going to split up. You still get a creature, though. They could do split up Helix here. There's a split up. Is he gonna try getting rid of the other one? Probably not yet. But we got the land, so I'm not gonna cast it all at once here. Oop, I dropped the wrong land. I should have done Sanctuary. I could have turned it on, but he could kill that. So maybe I don't do that. Alrighty, let that go through. I could have Revenant that to gain life. Let's see what they do. Okay, they Liliana. Perfect. That means we win the game. That is okay. That is okay. We'll even give him the good old GGs. Target opponent loses half their life. And we got the combo out again. GG. Look at this interesting hand here. We got double combo here. We'll keep it. Just to have some fun with it. I don't think it's actually a very good hand. I'm expecting the slashers to go away pretty quickly. Yeah, especially if we're playing against Death Touch. We're not going to have too good of a time here, I think, but we'll see. This might be the Infect deck, where they give all their Death Touchers Infect, which will be kind of interesting. We'll play this one out. Okay, they got some ramp going on. Alright. We don't have any early plays, unfortunately. Badgermo Cub, they're ramping out. We can get a slasher down. We can threaten lethal, where they have to block. I think they're just going to keep a sniper back. Boroid. Well, we can have them sack half their creatures. Maybe we do that. Get rid of that. Ooh. Next turn, we can then sweep. Do we, like, do Bloodletter sweep? I guess we don't have enough to sweep the Boroid. One. We can sweep for 1. It leaves them with just the Boroid. They can cast another creature, but that's okay. Ooh, Hunter's Talent. Okay. And Rush of Dread actually can kill that. Or I could cast Slasher. Decisions. We'll do that. We have 5 mana, so can only do that. Okay. They sack their Boroid. Alright, then we kind of got them on their back foot. They have to have another creature, right? Elusive Hunter, okay. That's fine. I think we double cast Slasher and Revenant. See if they block. They don't block. Alright, we get the Revenant out. Get Slasher out. And then we're in really good shape next turn. That's fine. They have to double block the Slashers to even have a shot here. GG's. 2 lands. We have a stab. We got 2 sweeps. Betrayal and a vendetta. This is a funny hand. Let's keep it just for the lulz. Alright, so they're gonna got the good old life gain deck going on here. Let me get rid of that right away. Day of the Black Sun's gonna be good for us. We'll do a Betrayals, because we don't have enough here yet. Wonder what else they have in this deck. Okay, it's pretty much your normal. I mean, He's not playing the black version, is he? It's the mono white version. Well, I think we just ramp here. Let them get some stuff out. Guess I don't want to see... About to say Pride Mate, but he just cast that. He is out of cards. I can do this, but it might be more beneficial just to get rid of... He got rid of 2 channelers already. He has 3 Pride Mates left. What else could he really have? Well, he has Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's get rid of his Sheltered by Ghosts. Because that could really hurt us here. There they are. Those exemplars are also a pain in the butt. Okay, we'll take 7. Okay, we can sweep here. Oh. We still just pay 2 for the sweep while we can. We'll get the slasher out next turn. Okay. Might be beneficial for us to kill that. If we can get up to 7 mana, that'd be a really good play. Alright, this time we'll just get the slasher down. Hope he draws a land. Then he'll just be forced to block it. Ooh, we have a shoot the sheriff too. Still get this down. We'll see what he gets. Hey, he did get an exemplar, so shoot the sheriff can go after the exemplar, I suppose. That was a very good turn for them. Okay, we're going to have to shoot the sheriff, Day of the Black Sun for 1 if we draw land. We didn't. Okay. I think we still shoot the sheriff there. And shoot the sheriff there. That way he doesn't gain more life off that. Not that it matters that much. So we'll attack in. He's probably not going to block. And then you just hope that they're down to just drawing mana. Yep. There we go. Okay, he can cast stuff from his graveyard. We do have the sweeper yet. So let's hope he just gets all of his 1-drops out. Oh, bummer. We need to find a way to get rid of this. We just never drew enough land. Yep, a little too late. Can do this for a block. No. Oh, let's drop this as a block. And depending on what they do, because this doesn't have trample. Okay, sanctifier. If we draw a land, we'll be able to sweep. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to attack him with this, so. Okay. Yep, a land is what we need. Unfortunately, he can just sack this and kind of reset. This is kind of a crazy matchup. These cases are rough. Okay. Basically need 2 sweepers in a row. We didn't get our land. That's unfortunate. GG's. All right, we got ramp, duress, shoot the sheriff. We'll keep it. Let's start with a duress. We'll see what they got cranking in their hand here. Aang's Journey. Ancestral Vestige. Bitter Triumph. I guess Triumph? I mean, they can search for a land, but not sure if that's the worst for us. The ramp out. They did the same thing. And did another Aang's Journey. Okay. Well, they'll be able to cast the warp ability of this. Then it's only going to drop a land. We do have all of the different ways to remove these, fortunately. Slasher. And we do a slasher and have a shoot the sheriff available, which is nice. Okay, they're warping it in, dropping a land. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Ugin here real quick. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're like 1 turn away from an Ugin. That's unfortunate. Get that down. And turn, draw a card. We don't run Bitter Triumphs in this deck, so Planeswalkers are an issue. We kind of just hope to play around them with the combos. Day of the Black Sun. Well, we'll turn this on. Well, we found one of the combo pieces. 5, 6, 7. We're 2 mana away and a Bloodletter away from comboing on the same turn. Okay, Vestige. They only did it for 4, so they can drop the archive. They're definitely an Ugin deck. But they didn't have Ugin in hand, which is nice. Alright. 6, 7, 8. Alright, we'll tack you in. Vendetta, we can go after the Ugin if they don't have it yet. Okay, they're going to go after our Slasher. We can go after their Ugin. We'll get to see what else they're working with. Because if they don't have their Ugin, and then all they have is like vestiges to win, they're in trouble. Ugin. Eye of the Storms. Well, he's got 4 of those. Virtue of Persistence, that's something we need to be aware of. Rise of Soulstone. He does have Hive Pool. That's a good card for him. Outrageous Robbery is a good one. Okay, so Hive Pool and Outrageous Robbery is really the only things that we're worried about. Acolyte down. So he has 2 out of 38 cards that we don't want him to draw. Yeah, he just found one of those cards. Oh well. We can first attack in. They're actually almost dead here with this combination here. We'll draw 2 cards, do 4 damage. We can drop that. We're a Bloodletter away from winning. All right, good game. All right, those games were pretty fun. Definitely love having the ability to have the 2 combos in there. You could really tell people were aggressively going after the slashers, which you kind of need to with that card. But you can sneakily pull up that rush of dread as long as that Bloodletter's left in play just to win the game out of nowhere. Day of the Black Sun's always good. I swept a lot of stuff up with that. Acolyte's a champ to help draw a couple extra cards. Vendetta played a lot better in this deck than I thought it would. It is awesome to see that. There was even games that I lost where if I could have just drew 1 land where and dropped them on turn, I would have been able to Vendetta and just close out like a synthesizer deck or something like that. So definitely love having the Vendetta in there. I'm going to try playing with the card a little bit more in this. Virtue Persistence is good as well. We just never really got to play that a whole lot, unfortunately. For 7 mana. It's tough to get to, so it is possible that you could swap this card out for other removal. Probably swap it out for the 1 removal that you could do for, what is that, Bitter Triumph, so you can get rid of Planeswalkers, because there really is no Planeswalker defense in this. I will say, against creature decks, this deck is awesome. The decks it does struggle with is spell decks, so your lesson decks or your control decks that just don't play that many creatures, this deck does struggle against, because if it's not removing early creatures, they can just sit back and sweep or do anything from there that they want to. So definitely give it a whirl if you got cards for this. I do recommend actually crafting cards for these decks. Black is fun, black is strong. Definitely go for that. But if you could, hit that subscribe button below, trying to get to 2,000 subs, getting really close to it. And then also, if you could hit that like icon, do appreciate it. Helps share with the channel to other people. And have a fantastic day.